Amazon.com, everyone's favorite online moneymaker. What's not to love after all? Source a product, ship to Amazon, get reviews, and sell to Amazon's millions of loyal customers, all while Amazon handles shipping and customer service for you. It's the biggest B2C online selling opportunity in human history. But with the spotlight on the US, it's easy to overlook one thing. Amazon.com is actually just one of 11 different Amazon markets. There's Amazon Canada, Mexico, UK, Germany, France, Italy, Spain, China, Japan, and India. Millions of customers waiting to buy what you sell. All you need to do is be there. But integration isn't easy. Each country has its own Amazon setup process and laws for importing and taxes. So one does not simply start selling on all 11 platforms at once. So what first? Let me explain why Amazon UK should be your lead domino. Grab your passport, we're going across the pond. Alright, I just landed. I'm a little jet lagged, but how many potential customers are we talking about? Let's go over that first. The US population as of 2013 was 316 million. The UK population as of 2013 was 64 million. But to be fair to the UK, just take a look at the relative land masses. But my question to whoever made this map is, why put the UK there? This map makes it look like the UK is ready to vote Trump.
Get out of here.
How much money do you stand to make? In the US, Amazon.com revenue in 2015 was 107 billion. In the UK, Amazon.co.uk revenue in 2015 was 9 billion. This means that the UK is 8.4% the size of the United States in Amazon revenues. So naturally, most sellers just dismiss it. 8.4% is big? That means I'll get 8.4% of the sales that I do in the US. And that's usually where the thought ends. Because for better or worse, there's been a lot of hype about selling on Amazon's US market. This creates a cycle that positions Amazon FBA in America as the best and only Amazon opportunity. More success stories in marketing, more sellers enter, more success stories, more sellers. And it's true, you can make a lot of money on Amazon.com, and people do, all the time. A lot of our clients do. But this leaves Amazon UK, a $9 billion Amazon market, largely neglected by sellers since everyone thinks, small market, not interested.
All eyes on us. All eyes on us.
Have you ever heard the phrase zig when they zag? All the savvy sellers, including international brands from Europe and Asia, focus their efforts like a laser beam on Amazon.com, a large, affluent market, and that's a good, sound business move. So in the UK, there are fewer savvy sellers than in the US and less international business focus. Yet there are millions of similarly affluent customers who need your product. Do you see the opportunity? In the UK, there's less competition, but the same type of online shopper. A study found that US shoppers spend, on average, £1,120 a year. That's, let me see, call it 1,485 USD a year online shopping. The UK shopper spends on average 1,174 Great British pounds a year, or 1,556 USD, which is actually more than the US shopper. And reports like this one from Business Insider indicate that Brexit hasn't killed British spending. In fact, everyone from the BBC to The Guardian to Reuters to the credit card companies themselves say that sales are up. So here's what we know so far about the UK. There are fewer savvy sellers, both local and international, to compete with. Yet the same customer profile, an affluent, English-speaking person who actually spends more than their American counterpart. And UK retail sales are up despite Brexit. It's actually been termed the Brexit boom. Now we're going to look at some specific Amazon niches in a second, but as if this wasn't enough, your product can use the same ASIN and can be managed from the same Seller Central account. And by signing up for Amazon UK, Amazon actually lets you sign into 5 of Amazon's European markets, .co.uk, .de, .fr, .it, and .es, which gives you millions of additional buyers on top of UK traffic. You also see that ranking on page 1 and making sales on Amazon UK requires less upfront investment in terms of initial sales and reviews. Let's look at some popular private label niches and look at what it takes to get onto page 1, first on Amazon.com and then on Amazon.co.uk. So the keyword is dog treat, pet category. On the left, we see a market where there's tons of cash, don't get me wrong, but getting thousands of sales and reviews is the norm for launching and maintaining page 1 position. On the right, the UK, with no one over 1,000 reviews. but the cash is still there. Also remember to multiply, of course, the UK revenue numbers by 1.30 or 1.32 today to convert to US dollars. I'm also using a metric that Honest Few uses quite often called RPR to quickly assess how potentially profitable the niche is. It stands for revenue per review. It's basically the monthly revenue divided by the number of reviews on the listing, which effectively tells you how much getting each review is worth. It's not exact, but it's an excellent way to sum up an Amazon listing with just one number. Rosehip oil, supplements. And as you know, supplements will be competitive wherever you go, but it's much less so in the UK, with each review being worth more to the bottom line. Protein powder, supplements, RPR 20 versus RPR 25 in the top spot. If you look down the list, there are a lot of 2-digit review count listings on page 1, just sitting there for protein powder, which is unheard of in the US market. And because I know my demographic, we're gonna look at some yoga pants.
All eyes on us. All eyes on us.
Top seller, 4,100 with 509 reviews. It's an RPR of 8. And then in the UK, $1,600 a month with 73 reviews. It's an RPR of 22. You can pretty much pick any niche. It just goes on and on like this. And the story's the same. You need fewer reviews to get to the top. And Honest Few can help you get to the first page, both in the US and in the UK markets, by selling your product to a community of certified product reviewers. We've done this for clients again and again, so why not you? Here's my email, it's hello@honestfew.com, and here's the toll-free telephone number. We can rank your products in the UK right now, rather than later. I mean, the timing is perfect. Expansion is an excellent investment in yourself and in your business, and we're here to help. So you may be wondering at this point about the technical aspects of signing up for a UK account, and this is something for a different time, but you know that Honest Few always delivers. So, for a breakdown on signing up for the UK, I dug up the 2 best guides that are online right now. First up, we have a LinkedIn article from Curie Masters, who is an excellent writer and happens to be a Quora.com rival of mine. We compete for the top spots and answers sometimes. And second, this article from Tom, which talks about being a US seller expanding to amazon.co.uk. I'll link both of these guides in the video description. So here's the strategic plan for the UK. Amazon.com is profitable, everyone knows, and it has a lot of attention. While everyone's focusing on that, now's the time to expand to the UK, taking advantage of less competition and increased consumer spending after Brexit. Amazon reviews that you get in the British market automatically are worth more in terms of long-term ranking. Consolidate your lead now and opt into Amazon's European markets while you're at it. That's all for now. I hope Honest Few can be a part of your long-term strategy. Leave a like and subscribe, and I will see you in the next one.
Wait for it.